Hello, friends. Welcome back to English Classes Online. My name is Benjamin, and in today's video, we are going to look at the functions of adjectival clauses in English. If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe to the channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. Click on the bell icon as well so that whenever a new video goes live on the channel, you will be notified instantly. I have a free gift for you, a free PDF file that gives adequate explanation of the basic units of English grammar. If you are interested in that free PDF file, a mini ebook if you like, click on the description box, click on the link in the description box, and you will download the free PDF file. You will also find an ebook titled Good Success in English. That's my ebook, and it's a very important book for every English learner. It is a complete study package for effective English learning, and it adequately explains all the key areas of proficiency in English. So if you are interested in gaining proficiency in the use of English, certainly you need a copy of that book. Good Success in English is a great ally to all English learners. If you are interested in getting your own copy of the book, click on the link in the description box, and you will be taken to the book page where you can grab your own copy right away. Without much ado, let's dive into today's lesson and learn the functions of adjectival clauses in English. Now, what is an adjectival clause? That is the first thing we want to look at. An adjectival clause, which you can also call an adjective clause or a relative clause, is a subordinate clause used as an adjective in a sentence. All right? It's a clause, but it performs the job, it does the work of an adjective in a sentence. That is why it is called an adjectival clause or an adjective clause. You can call it a relative clause because it relates the information contained in that clause to the relative pronoun that is in the main clause. Well, there are other lessons I have delivered explaining, relative pronouns and all that. So now, like an adjectival clause is used to describe or give more information about a noun or a pronoun, all right? Now, the features of an adjectival clause are as follows. One, it contains a subject and a verb, which is, by the way, the feature of every clause. Two, it is introduced by a relative pronoun. That's, of course, why it is also called a relative clause. Now, such as who, whom, whose, that, or which. It can also be introduced by a relative adverb, such as when, where, why, or how. All right, these are additional features of the adjectival clause. And the third one is that it functions as an adjective, all right? And how does it do it? It provides answer to the question, what kind, how many, or which one? For example, this is the boy who broke my window. Now, if you simply say, well, when I teach how to identify grammatical structures, I always teach people how to use the border principle. Now, when you say this is the boy, this is the border, and you put a full stop here, then there arises a natural question. Now, what is the listener, the person you are talking to, what is he or she likely to ask you when you put a full stop here, when you simply say, this is the boy, and the person doesn't know who you are talking about. Of course, that's quite obvious, you know. He or she will ask you, which boy are you talking about? So that is exactly. Now, an adjective always answers the question, which one are you talking about? Because there are many boys out there, but they are talking about a particular boy. This is the boy. Which boy? All right. The boy who broke my window. All right. So that's the boy you are talking about. Who broke my window, of course, is the adjective clause, and it provides additional information about the boy being talked about. Now let's look at another example. Jane has bought the book which her class teacher recommended. Using the border principle, Jane has bought the book. Again, we put a full stop in this border. And then the listener will ask you, which book are you talking about? All right? You are talking about the book which her class teacher recommended. That's the particular book. It's not any other book, but this particular book. You know, the book which her class teacher recommended. Let's look at other examples. Julia bought her son the medicine. Which medicine that the doctor prescribed? The car that is parked near the gate belongs to Mr. Ayodele. Well, we can say the car belongs to Mr. Ayodele. Which car that is parked near the gate? So you can always see the adjective clause, all right? You can always see the adjective clause. All the ones I underline here, they are the adjective clauses. And they always provide additional information about the noun that, you know, it shares a common border with. The car belongs to Mr. Ayodele. Which car? That is parked near the gate. This is the woman. Which woman? Whose son was shot by unknown gunmen. You see, I couldn't find the house. Which house? Where Felix lives. All right, so that is exactly, this is how to identify an adjective clause in a sentence. All right, so let's undo this, and then we go to the next slide. And here we now want to look at what are the functions of adjective clauses. Already we had hinted at these functions when we already, with what we already discussed. But let's look at the functions of adjective clauses in greater detail. Now, the basic function of adjective clauses is to modify or describe a noun phrase, or a pronoun in the main clause. All right, so that is what it does. You know, and like we said earlier, it performs the job, it does the work of an adjective. What does an adjective do? How do we define an adjective? An adjective is a word that modifies or describes a noun or a pronoun in a sentence, all right? So if you say, Jane is a beautiful girl, the word beautiful tells us more about girl, all right? So that is what an adjective clause does. And then let's look at, this is main clause, this is adjective clause, and then this is the function. Now, this is the boy who broke the window, all right? Who broke the window. Now, who broke the window modifies the noun boy, certainly not window, all right? Let's really adjust this. This is a typo, certainly, all right? It modifies the noun boy. That's what it does. It modifies the noun boy. All right? Okay, so let's go back to the full screen so we can see them quite clearly. This is the boy who broke the windscreen. Now, who broke the windscreen is the adjectival clause, and it modifies the noun boy. Tells us more about the boy. Remember, we use the border principle when we say this is the boy and we put a full stop. Then the question is which boy? The boy who broke the window. So who broke the window gives us additional information about the noun boy. Now, Jane bought the book. Which book? Which she liked. You know, we modify this a bit. Which she liked. So which she liked is an adjectival clause modifying the noun book. When you ask which book, the book which she liked. Now, next, I don't know the time. I don't know the time. Which time? When it will start. You see? Now, this modifies the noun time because you will always ask a question based on this particular noun that shares a common boundary with the adjectival clause. I don't know the time. You say, which time are you actually talking about? When it will start, when the occasion will start. It could be a meeting, it could be a conference, it could be anything. I don't know the time. Which time, when it will start. Okay. So what the adjectival clause does is that it throws more light on what you are actually talking about. You are talking about time. And the person who is listening to you doesn't really, he knows what time it means, but time can be a general term, just like, you know, boy or book. It could be any book, but which time are you talking about? Is it time for lunch or time for dinner or time for a party or time for a football match? You know, so to specify what you're actually talking about, you need an adjectival clause. So these are the functions of adjectival clauses, all right? So whenever you find a clause that gives additional information about a noun or a pronoun in a sentence, that is obviously an adjectival clause. And this is why we are explaining this in this video. Now let's look at the next example. We have seen the place. Which place are you talking about? It could be any place. All right, we've seen the place. All right, now this could be understood easily if the person you are talking to already knows the place. You know, you had earlier discussed the place and he or she knows the place you are talking about. So there will be no question. But if you had never talked about any place and you just tell somebody we have seen the place, naturally that person will ask you, which place are you talking about? We've seen the place where Dave lives. So where Dave lives tells us exactly the place that is being talked about. So where Dave lives is an adjectival clause that modifies the noun place. The word modifies means describes or gives additional information about. Now let's look at the last example. This is the woman. Again, you ask, which woman? The woman that killed her husband. So that killed her husband is an adjectival clause telling us more about the woman being talked about. All right, so that adjectival clause modifies the noun woman. So anywhere you find an adjectival clause, you discover that the adjectival clause is giving additional information about a noun or a pronoun in a sentence, which is similar to the work of an adjective. What makes an adjectival clause different from an adjective is that an adjective is a single word, like beautiful, good, bad, ugly. But while an adjectival clause is a group of words that contains a subject and a verb. It has this subject-verb combination. And that also makes the adjectival clause different from the adjectival phrase. All right? The adjectival phrase is a group of words, but doesn't make complete meaning and cannot stand on its own. We know that the adjectival clause, also being a subordinate clause, cannot stand on its own, but it conveys some meaning, all right? Much more than the adjectival phrase. And the adjectival phrase, by the way, doesn't have the subject-verb combination, you know, because in an adjectival clause, you see that somebody did something that killed her husband. You see, the subject is implied here, that killed her husband, where Dave lives, when it will start, which she liked, who broke the window, all right? So you see the subject-verb combination in an adjectival clause. But basically, the adjectival clause does the work of an adjective, which is also the work of an adjectival phrase. So I hope you have really been given full insight into the functions of adjectival clauses. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, do like this video and share it with your friends and relations. We have been looking at the functions of adjectival clauses in English. If you have any questions, suggestions, or comments, leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget, I have a free gift of a PDF file that explains adequately the basic units of English grammar. You can download a copy of that mini ebook, which is in PDF form, right from the description box. Just click on the link. You will also find my ebook titled Good Success in English, a great ally to every English learner. So is the student's companion as well. Is the learner's companion. Let me just put it like that. You will really, really be happy, truly happy, if you are very much desirous of gaining proficiency in the use of the English language. You will be truly happy if you obtain a copy of this ebook. It's a complete study package for effective English learning. Good Success in English. Click on the link in the description box and you'll be able to grab your own copy. This is how it has been in today's video. I look forward to seeing you. By the way, you will also have access to our website, the English Classes Online. All right, you can type it on any browser, www.englishclassesonline.com.ng, www.englishclassesonline.com.ng. That is the official website for English Classes Online. You will find the blog, you will find different digital products, some of which are completely free. You know, you will find various articles, various lectures, you know, on various English topics. You will really, really be satisfied with the website. And most interestingly, on englishclassesonline.com.ng, you will also have the rare privilege not only to learn, but also to earn while learning. You will find different opportunities, you know, that will enable you to learn and earn right on this website, English Classes Online. So I implore you to visit the website and you will be happy if you do. There's also another website which actually also contains, is actually for, my portrait file, a profile, everything about my content creation activities. You will find them on that website. You will find the link also in the description box. And that is BCCC, Benjamin's Content Creation Center, a place you will want to be, especially if you are interested in learning the arts and the profession and the business of content creation. You will really have access. Benjamin's Content Creation Center is a place for everyone who wants to learn how to begin to create content and create multiple streams of income by simply creating content, just as I'm doing right now on this channel and on other platforms. All right, you can work from the comfort of your home and you can reach people from in different parts of the globe, and you can create digital assets. All right, it's not an instant, it's not a get rich quick project, but if you are hardworking, if you are industrious, if you are passionate about content creation, yes, you are going to have a bumper harvest in due time. So this is how it has been. Thank you, every one of you, for being part of today's episode. See you in the next video. Bye for now and remain blessed. Many thanks for watching today's video. A big thank you to all of you out there for being part of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, kindly subscribe to this channel. Subscribe now as a way of giving us support. For notification about new videos, click on the bell icon. You will find the bell icon. Click on it so that whenever a new video is uploaded, you will be instantly notified. If you have actually enjoyed the video, like and share the video with your friends and relatives. This is very important. If you have any comments, leave your comments below. Any questions, any suggestions, we would gladly receive them and respond promptly and positively to them. See you in the next video. I look forward to always seeing you in the